History and adventure are always a winning combination, and this week on At Your Leisure, we have both to spare. Join me, Stephen Human, as I take the kids across the West to learn our shared history and what it really meant to be a pioneer.
Then, grab a paddle with me, Chad Booth, and Rhea as we whitewater raft the late-season swells of Idaho. Why is this trip and the landscape itself more thrilling than you'd expect? Follow us, and we'll show you.
Finally, we'll hit the trail with some veterans who served our country so we can enjoy our public lands. AYL starts now. All around us, from the urban centers of Salt Lake City to the rural backroads of the Rocky Mountain foothills. That history exists in the form of buildings and stories, old outposts, giving us a link to our past and a better understanding of how our forebears lived, worked, and died. The great thing is we preserved a lot of these spots, and today we're taking you to 3 of the most interesting to discover why there's more to these dusty cabins and weathered monuments than just wood and mortar. And we're starting here at This Is the Place Heritage Park in Salt Lake City, Utah, one of the most authentic pioneer towns you'll ever come across. How about we take a closer look?
Am I shaving off your mustache today?
I'd be a terrible pioneer.
Our mission is to make history enjoyable. So it's the idea to see all this old history and what it took to make something back then, what it took to do something, what life was like, and bring it to us. If you're looking at a house, you're more than likely looking at the original. And it's been relocated here from somewhere in the state. Where else can you sit down with your kid at different locations in this, and just a hands-on experience of craft? The blade rides on the leather.
Oh, and it doesn't
gets to the thread.
Yeah, so it doesn't cut through the...
Exactly. I start drawing, literally whatever it is I'm going to carve. I will draw it on using the stylus. This is how I get that second stage for the darker colors around the outside. Not to mention the entire Native American piece. You get to walk into a hogan, you get to walk into a teepee, you get to actually sit and visit and learn about their culture.
I know that they were traditionally made out of obsidian.
The Pony Express wanted young, skinny, wiry fellows not over 18, so I think I would be fine with that.
Oh, he's handing you a rose.
Cool.
You're too young to get a rose from a man.
I know.
This is Mike and Steve.
This loom was made in the 1870s.
Why are you so excited to see this house? Is it just because it's pretty?
No, I don't even like the color pink.
Okay, but then so why are you so excited?
Because it's Brigham Young's house.
Okay, you're excited about the history. I like that. What do you think of that doll, Max? It's a creepy doll.
Yes.
We need to know our history. We need to know who we came from, where we came from, why we do what we do, why we say what we say. They always say history repeats itself. The reality is if we don't learn from that, we are bound to make the same mistakes. I mean, how many times has a civilization been annihilated, removed from the face of the earth, and all we have is the archaeology? But if we could at least have the stories, we might understand why they're gone. What happened to them? History is really important.
What did you think was interesting about Brigham Young's house?
That was pink.
You think that was an interesting color choice. What about you, Max?
It was just cool to see all of the different old-fashioned stuff inside it, how they would make clothes.
I think we should get a loom, make you guys start earning your keep. You guys excited to eat?
Yes.
All right, well, we stopped at the Huntsman Hotel where we were about to sit down for a nice pioneer meal of hamburgers and cream soda. Why don't we head off to our travel adventure?
We are on the Salmon River in a year where the river is really flowing unusually high, and we're about to set sail on a 10-mile stretch.
Yeah, we're going to hit the white waters, and we want you to join us.
You know, there's nothing quite like a whitewater adventure, particularly here along the Salmon in central Idaho. Everything from the forests, the canyons, even the river itself feel untouched by man. Like, they're as pristine today as when explorers like Lewis and Clark first told tales of its rough water stretching past the horizon.
Today, our guides are the team from White Otter Outdoor Adventures in Sunbeam, Idaho, right on the river. Literally, you walk out of their shop, down a flight of stairs, and you're on the raft. Because of the amount of time they're able to spend on the water, their understanding of the salmon is second to none.
The Salmon River is extremely impressive in the length of the river. It's the longest continuous undammed river within one state in the continental U.S. And the big thing about it is we are fully free-flowing here. The Chinook salmon are coming back up through, and especially at a year like this where we have 2.5, 3 times the amount of water in the river as we usually do, it just makes it extremely fun for us to be able to actually go rafting, have some serious whitewater, and then have the option for a scenic float, some flat water sections, and just enjoying the river.
We have people come into Sunbeam here, and then we walk down to the river and hop on the boats, and we do about a 10-mile stretch down the salmon. I love sharing the outdoors with people. It's really fun to be able to give people an experience that's memorable. We do get a lot of people from cities that are either experiencing rivers or the outdoors for the first time, and it definitely is special to be able to share that experience, especially with kids that haven't been outside before, and spark an interest in spending more time outside for people.
I'm excited about riding the river for the first time.
You've never done rafting?
Never have.
You have never done whitewater?
No, I haven't.
Our good friend Neil City from Ray City RV got his first taste of rafting today as we paddle down the salmon through canyons and along sandbars. The great thing about a trip like this is that you have a very balanced experience where things are quiet and calm one minute and you're plowing through the rapids the next. I tell you, there's nothing quite like it. This entire area is a recreation hub for everything from backcountry pilots looking to touch down on a Forest Service landing strip out in the wilderness to off-highway riders seeking solitude on the trail. The Sawtooth Mountains are an imposing backdrop, acting as eternal reminders of the untamed nature of the western landscape.
It's that backcountry experience, that opportunity to find peace both on and off the water, that calls adventurers to the salmon year after year.
I guess my favorite part about it is just the time spent with people, and also how present people are. We don't really let people bring technology or phones on the river, so it's really the only place, sort of what it feels like in the 21st century, that people are actually really present and spending time together.
It's tough not to have a good time once you're on the water with the splashing, with everything. People just, you can sense them just relax, enjoy it out there. It makes you feel pretty good when they're at the end and smiling and just really love it out there.
Yeah, it's hard not to between the rapids, the views, and our lunch stop on the river where everything was made fresh. Those pastries were good. A rafting trip is one of the few experiences where you can be right next to civilization and yet feel like you're 1,000 miles away.
That's how we felt exploring the salmon today, and it's an adventure worth discovering.
It's absolutely gorgeous and pristine, and you get people from New York City, Boston, who have never even heard of Idaho for that matter, and don't know anything about this. You're thinking potatoes, rocks, and they come out here and it is just, it blows their mind. So it's something I think everyone in the world should be able to see at some point between the Sawtooth Mountains and then our river canyon down here.
So, buddy, what do you think?
We made it.
Were you worried?
Yeah, well, at a moment. One moment I was, but I think we did pretty darn good.
Yeah. So this is your first time, right?
First time, you bet.
You really should try this. This is a remarkable section of river. There's so much you can learn about it. We'll be back with more at your leisure in just a minute.
In a place that is beyond words, there is nothing to be said, except take your time in Bryce Canyon country.
Meet the new leader in off-road utility, the completely reinvented Ranger XP 1000. It's got the most power, the largest towing capacity, the highest ground clearance, and the best comfort and storage. Introducing the all-new Polaris Ranger XP 1000, the hardest working, smoothest riding Ranger ever built.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. I'm Corinne Smart. Today I'll be doing a product review on a Yamaha 242X. It has a lot of awesome features that I can't wait to show you. So let's go on the water and I'll show you what I mean. So the bow of the boat is actually my favorite place to be on the boat because it has the best view. One awesome feature about this boat is that these cushions come off. So your kids are going to sit up here and they have so much fun. They can see everything. It has an optional head, which if you don't know what that means, it's a bathroom. Right here in that compartment, you can put a porta potty. Let me see if I can fit. But obviously you'd be sitting taller. What are you doing? This is the captain's chair. Everything can be controlled off of this screen right here. Your ballast control, your bilge pumps. What you can also do is set your target speed. So if a surfer, you don't want to go 25 miles an hour, so you can set the target speed to be 12 miles an hour, which is normal for a surfer, right? So with this system, you can set up 5 different profiles for different riders or events. So this is Yamaha's version of Perfect Pass. So the Yamaha 242X is equipped with an extra large sunshade. It has a solar power connector right here that will help charge the batteries in the back of the boat. And for those days that you want extra sun, there's a sunroof. So right here is Yamaha's own dual overhead cam fuel injected motors. These engines are 1.8 liter, they have 4 cylinders each, and they are combined power of 360 horsepower. So with this boat, these are electric throttles, so you want to make sure that when you are going fast and you want to slow down, don't just nudge it down, make sure you gradually move the throttle down to slow down the boat. And one last thing I want to mention about this boat is that it has 2-piece construction, which makes it more sturdy and rough water. So there's so many other features on this boat that we didn't get to show you. So be sure to go visit our friends at Dick's Boat Shop in Clearfield, Utah. They'll be able to give you all the information that you need. And believe it or not, everything that we showed you on this boat today comes standard. Well, that's all the time that we have today. More At Your Leisure in just a minute.
Did you get enough of this summer? If you didn't, there's still time. Remember that the Forest Service has dispersed camping where you can be away from the crowds and the RV pads because you have a fully self-contained RV or camp trailer from Race City RV. So, there's still time to get in for the beautiful fall weather at Race City RV. And you can be part of that dream. Check it out at Race City RV, Utah's low-price leader since 1946.
There's a little place on a Utah map where I was raised, where my heart's at, where the sagebrush grows wild and high, and the stars come out at night. Oh, there ain't nothing like being raised in the basin with a Ute reservation, skiing starvation, that Duchesne County life.
The all-new Yamaha Wolverine X4 offers 4 times the proven off-road capability, 4 times the comfort, and 4 times the confidence to deliver 4 times the excitement on your next outdoor adventure.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure, everybody. We're at our second stop on our historic tour of Utah, and this is one of my personal favorites. This is Cove Fort. It has a great story, wonderful history, and I want to share a little bit of it with you right now. On April 12, 1867, Brigham Young sent a letter to Ira Hinckley asking him to leave his home in Colville and travel 220 miles south to supervise the construction of this fort. In a decision that would change his and his family's lives forever, Ira responded that he was prepared to go and would leave on the appointed day. So Ira and his wife Adelaide and their kids came and built the fort and lived here for the next decade. Although the fort was built to provide safety for travelers during the Black Hawk Indian War, it was never attacked. Certainly in part because of its unique, solid construction, but Ira and his family also made friends with the natives, trading with them and even employing them in the fort.
Yeah, the only time they ever heard a gunshot was from two little boys playing with a gun.
Now, the thing that I love about Cove Fort is that you so often hear about like really tragic pioneer stories where everybody died of some disease. But with this one, this is actually a really good story. You know, because the Hinkleys had great relationships with the natives. People loved coming here. There were never any battles, never any wars. And that family feeling extends to today. Because every time I've come here with my kids, they've had a great experience. And that's not always the case, you know, because they get bored or whatever. But with this, I don't know, it just resonated with them too. And they've always had just a great time here at the fort. Now you can see that's actually a lock box that they would have kept the mail in. And it's right next to the telegraph office. You can hear it. Let's go through here. Or I guess we can't. Let's go back around and then go in there. All right, so the telegraph office. So the dude would sit in here and use Morse code. What else would you call him? What would you call him, the guy who did the telegraph thing? Oh, there it goes. Is this, oh, this is the kitchen area, right?
One person milked like 60 cows a day.
Was that one of the boys or the girls?
Girls.
The girls did?
Yeah, the girls milked the cows.
All right, Sam, what is that right there?
I think that makes butter.
It does make butter. Good call.
And it would be horrible to be the youngest person in Cove Fort.
Why?
Because when you took a bath, you'd always be the last person to take the bath and you'd always use the same water, so it'd be super cold.
All right, what is unique about the boys' room?
Well, it has a trap door.
Okay, this is cool. This was one of the guest rooms because obviously this was like a hotel. This is a travel point. This was Brigham Young's favorite room.
I wish we lived in Cove Fort.
Well, we've got one more stop on our tour of Utah history, but we're gonna toss to our trailhead adventure.
Sand on the floor of your rig, a rocky landscape to conquer, a breathtaking view out your front window. These are the communal experiences of the 4x4 community. They share a passion that transcends the divisions we encounter in everyday life. Today, this group of explorers shares that same appreciation for an afternoon on the trail. But they have an even stronger bond and shared investment in their protection. You see, this group fought to keep these lands free. Say hello to our United States military veterans.
Air Force, 22 years.
U.S. Army.
U.S. Army, 101st Airborne.
28 years, United States Air Force.
U.S. Army, 84 to 87. U.S. Air Force, 87 to 98.
United States Marine Corps.
Served in the Army 10 years.
U.S. Army and U.S. Air Force.
U.S. Army National Guard.
Corporal, United States Marine Corps.
United States Marine Corps. Hoorah!
Today we've been on a vet run. Trail Hero and Rich Klein have put together a special day just for veterans to get them out on the trails. A lot of these Jeeps are owned by veterans, and we have some passengers that don't have rigs and they're just riding along, and the whole idea is just to get them out into the natural environment and let them enjoy their public lands that they've spent so much of their lives defending.
The reason we're here at Trail Heroes is because we got invited last year, and after speaking with Rich Klein, who's a good friend of mine, we were able to talk with him and say, how can we help you get some veterans out from Utah to enjoy these public lands that you're seeing behind you? And more importantly, is to get combat served and Purple Heart veterans out here on this trail so they can see the land that they defended, fought for, and came home, and now they can enjoy. It's also to let them understand that we have an appreciation and heartfelt thanks for the soldiers who never came back.
They call themselves Wheelers for the Wounded of California and Nevada. This is an organization dedicated to taking veterans out for a weekend of exploration and discovery. The invitation to Trail Hero has given them the chance to hit these new trails and to meet other Americans with a deep appreciation for those who served in the military.
Well, it's an honor to be around these veterans
and it's an honor to be able to have them share some stories with us and have them open up to other veterans.
This is important to me because it brings brothers together. Me, I really don't leave my house much, but I can come out here and I can play with my brothers, my sisters. They come from all over the United States. They've come from everywhere to come here, and it's like we've known each other the whole time.
I live in Las Vegas, so it's nice to get out of the city and enjoy this great country and the great wheeling and stuff. It's also a challenge for me. I've had some issues that have arisen from my time in the military, so this is kind of like a therapy for me.
Many of us see our 4x4 excursions in a similar way, but as civilians, we're hard-pressed to understand the pressures and impacts these combat veterans face. The scars they carry, both physical and mental, are often beyond our frame of reference.
Everybody has a defining moment in their life. You talk to a lot of vets that have deployed, and their life is before deployment, after deployment, you know? So a lot of people, this after I had kids or after I got married, a lot of us, if you get shot at for a year, it's kind of a defining moment, and it kind of changes your course of your life, really. It really does.
Sometimes a lot of our illnesses and a lot of our challenges are not physical and that they can't always be seen. A lot of times we know you can't fix us. We don't want to be fixed. We just want to be heard. We just want somebody to listen to us.
Yeah, we're not broken. We're a little damaged sometimes. Excuse me. Some of us have lost friends, you know. It's changed our lives. You do things, you see things that you don't understand. You just have to do it. And you come home and try and fit in, and it doesn't work.
For these veterans to be able to come home and get a thanks and come out and do some stuff like this, it's really personal to them, and all you have to do is say hi to a veteran once, thank him for his service, and you might just change his life. So it only takes a moment of time, and you'll be surprised what you can accomplish.
To our current servicemen and women who put their lives on the line daily, to our past veterans who fought to make our country so incredible, and to the heroes who lost their lives creating a safe place for our children, we here at At Your Leisure salute you and thank you for all you've done. From the Trailhead, I'm Terry Wood.
The air is crisp, the sun is shining, the snow is deep. Living in Utah, we all know that the weather changes quickly. Don't miss one weekend of winter riding without a new Polaris snowmobile from Stedman's Recreation in Tooele. It's the Polaris factory authorized clearance. Right now, get financing as low as 3.99% for 36 months and a $2,000 rebate on all 2018 snowmobiles and a 3.99% for 48 months and a $400 rebate on select timber sled kits. Stedman's Recreation in Tooele has Utah's largest selection of recreational vehicles, including a huge selection of Polaris snowmobiles. Stedmans.net.
The Utah Farm Bureau began as a collection of farmers supporting each other to raise the food we enjoy. Today, Farm Bureau membership encompasses everyone, whether ranchers, growers, or just everyday folks like you and me. Members enjoy discounts on items like vehicles and ATVs, or insurance that's very affordable. You don't have to be a farmer to join, and dues are small, but together we make a big difference in keeping our food supply local and abundant. Join Utah Farm Bureau.
The Polaris factory authorized clearance is here. Get the year's biggest deals on the world's best-selling off-road lineup. Chase adventure on a legendary Sportsman. Get more done with a hard-working Ranger. Or attack the off-road with a high-performance Razor. Now's the time to buy with rebates up to $2,000 during the Polaris factory authorized clearance.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure, everybody. Well, we promised you one more destination, and here we are. This is Camp Floyd. It's one of those little hidden gems that not a lot of people know about, but there's a ton of history here. We actually got a chance to talk to Chuck, one of the rangers, and he gave some pretty cool details about what took place here in and around the Civil War. How about we find out more?
Camp Floyd is one of the best kept secrets in Utah. It's a little out of the way because Brigham Young didn't want the Army anywhere near Salt Lake City. In 1857, a newly elected President James Buchanan believes that the territory of Utah is in rebellion against the United States. And there really is no rebellion going on. But it will force the establishment of Camp Floyd with 1/3 of the entire United States Army. And they'll be here for 3 years. The camp was torn down just prior to the Civil War, so there's really not a whole lot of original stuff left. We have our commissary building here, which is the only surviving structure of Camp Floyd. And from that, we have artifacts from the diggings of Dr. Dale Berger of Brigham Young University that done in the 1980s and 1990s. We also have our Stagecoach Inn. John Carson built that inn. He came here in the early 1850s, and he came with 4 of his brothers, and they're going to establish a new settlement. Riders on the Pony Express ate meals there. People traveling on the Overland Stage, they slept there. We have what we call the Johnson's Army program. It's kind of geared towards scouts. So we bring them in, we enlist them in the Army. They'll hear the story about Camp Floyd, and they sleep overnight. And they'll actually earn their American Heritage Merit Badge. They get a chance to fire a real musket. They learn to march and drill like the soldiers back then.
Of course, to learn more about the Civil War and about American history, which many times in today's school, they don't spend adequate time, I don't believe, doing it.
You learn how to be a Civil War soldier.
Learn how to make these. Those are cartridges. They're black powder.
Now, if you want to find out more about the Johnson's Army program that they have here, which is pretty cool, just go to the Camp Floyd website. They'll have all the details of when those events take place. Let's take a look at the next episode of AYL.
Ninjas and ATVs don't usually go together, but in 1 week we found a way to make them best friends. First off, join Rhea and I as we discover autumn in all its glory riding along Skyline Drive. From there, hang with Zach Cipriano as he learns how to become a true ninja warrior. He also falls down a lot, so it'll be worth watching.
We've had a lot of fun today hitting these historic sites, and they're not really that far away, and they are everywhere. Well, right now we got our big Halloween contest that just started this week, where you can win dinner with the cast and crew of At Your Leisure and the opportunity to come with us for our big Halloween shoot. Here's Corinne with more details.
Thanks, Steve. We will be having a contest starting September 15th to October 15th. The winners will get a chance to have dinner with the cast and crew, as well as be a part of AYO's Halloween episode. Be sure to check Facebook and Instagram for the challenges you must complete to win. To play the game, you want to make sure to submit your videos with the hashtag AYL Halloween Hunt. Be sure to complete as many activities as you can before October 15th in order to win.
Get out to some of these historic sites. They are all over the state. They're easy to find, and you will learn a ton. We had just a great time, and you will too, I guarantee. Well, as we always say, get out there and create your own adventure at your leisure.
Tackle your head.
Just like...
Because this is like, that's smile more.
Okay.
This